All right, so here we are. Good evening, everybody. A very warm welcome to TED Talk Tuesday for Teachers. And I see many familiar names and some new names. So, welcome to everybody. We are here to talk about what's new in AI in education. My name is Meenakshi Oberoi. I'm CEO of Pedagogics. And with me, I have Ms. Durita Parmar. Together, we are going to take you through this. And we request and urge you to make this session, keep this session as interactive as possible. I'll let Duita say hello to you, and then I will take you onwards.
Good evening, everyone. Today we're going to talk about what's new in AI Edu. Definitely a great topic. Please feel free to share your doubts or any questions in the chat window, and definitely do introduce yourself. We would love to know from which school and which city you are attending the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Duita. So here we are talking about what's new in AI and EDU. And I must tell you that today, many of you who are joining back might find a few things where we have already visited in a previous session. But the whole idea here is to bring everyone on board and at the same place. So if you have already heard about it and you've tried something in your classroom, if you have a success story to share, please do share in the chat window or simply raise your hand to say, hey, you know what? You showed us this. I tried in my classroom. This is how it worked. Or if you have any questions or doubts about it, we are very much here for that as well. While education institutions are across the globe, embracing AI, I think leaders in this industry still don't feel very prepared towards AI-driven change. And the whole sole, reason behind that is because we need a plan as school leaders and as ICT leaders. We need a plan. We need to know that everything is safe and secure to use. And just because the education industry, is advancing at that amazing way and amazing pace, we know that we have a reputation of moving slow when it comes to adopting technology. But that's all right. However, you'll be very surprised to know that this is not the case in AI. While the technology adoption was slower, AI adoption has surged like anything. 52% of education fraternity one of the surveys has suggested that they feel that average AI implementation timelines is 6 months or less. Yes, exactly. So just imagine the pace at which we are moving, the pace at which we are adopting and saying yes to AI. So let me ask you a very important question. Of course, like Duta ma'am said, please do introduce yourself, your name, your school name, and your city in the chat window. And my question to you today is name a task that you think AI can perform better than humans. Go for it. Name a task that you think AI can perform better than humans. I'm waiting for your responses in the chat window. Go for it and share with me. I'd love to hear what is it that AI can do better than humans. I'm waiting for your responses and thanks for all the good evenings coming in. Paraphrasing. I think you're absolutely right. Paraphrasing is something they don't do better. I would say they would do it quicker, right? Vinish, if you agree with me, please say yes. But I really feel that yeah, it is more of yeah. See, it's more of the speed that we are talking about. Fantastic. Vanda ma'am said content writing. I mean, okay, I'm going to speak about this in a minute. Preparing on the spot, quick CVQ. You know what I'm reading in this, Mrunalini ma'am? I'm reading, and Rashmi ma'am, I'm reading that quick as a word, right? Plan differentiated instructions based on student levels of learning. I'll take that. AI is best at creativity. Okay, content creation, another one. Then for a beginner, it's always better than him or her. You bet. Speedy AI. Yes. Creativity. Then I have thinking skills. Okay. Worksheets. Okay. Propels my thinking. You know what? Amazing responses. And that's where our conversation today is going to be around. I'm going to look at many things that AI can do for us, but can it perform better than us? Well, let me put this way. It depends on who you are, what you're doing. AI is a nobody without us. If you don't give the right set of words for it to perform the function, AI cannot perform that function, right? Yes, once you have asked AI to, let's say, like you said, grammar check or create lesson hooks, it does that very quickly. But if you simply write the word lesson hooks, it can't do much. Minute you give it a context, it'll give you. So, we're going to try all of this today, bring it to life to say, and come to an understanding that without HI, human intelligence, AI is almost nothing, right? So, with that thought, I'm going to go ahead and begin the session. As we begin this session, I want to put one more thing right in front of you. There are two ways in which AI is used in education. One is teaching with AI, and number two is teaching about AI. We, as teachers of any subject that we teach, will be dealing with teaching with AI. That is, we'll be using this as our buddy to support learning, to support our work, to become more productive, collaborative, to become more creative. That's where you are using and you're teaching with AI. As far as about AI is concerned, we're going to push that onus onto the computer science department, and the IT departments are going to take care of understanding how AI works, what is the terminology, how do we make it work, what are the data sciences. All of that is the responsibility of the computer science teachers. Yeah. And while we talk about, the familiarity with AI, having said that, we are going to use it with AI. We're very happy to see that the latest surveys say that 47% of education leaders use AI every day. 68% of all educators have used AI at least once or twice. And I'm sure there is no one in this room as well who has not touched AI till now. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here, right? After all, we're updating you about it. Not really teaching you about AI, but updating you about AI. And about 62% of all students have used AI at least once or twice. So while it is, still very early for many institutions to actually be contributing to these figures, this actually is a great insight to know that, all right, so this is what is happening around, and the cited benefits are that um, as it just makes your work faster, it reduces your time of wastage or repetitive task waste that you spend upon, and it just helps you bring the whole experience that we cannot experience without AI. Yeah. So I'm just going to take a comment from here. Is there any PPT going on? Yes. Vinish, sir, there is a PPT going on. If you can't view it, you might have to drop out and jump back in, please. Yeah, thank you. Okay. While we talk about that, let's take a look at the five top use cases. And this came as a surprise to me. So maybe it's a surprise to you as well. And, here, they say the five top use cases for AI in education are: first, 48% times we use it for fraud detection and cybersecurity. Hmm, insightful. 44% times we use it for automating IT tasks, because IT people are the first ones to take the leap to actually bring, start using latest technology in education industry. 43% education product and service delivery. You see so many products around you. You see so many tools and apps around you. That's what it is being used for. And 40% personalized engagement. Imagine personalized student engagement, which should have been number one, is sitting at 40%. And look at the potential that is still there, 60%, right? 39% use it for automating administrative processes and workflows the way we all do, right? All those lesson notes and lesson plans and all of that. So it would fall somewhere around, 39 to 40%. But I think there's a lot of potential out there. There's so many things that we can do about it, right? So what I'm going to do is, in the interest of everybody, I'm just going to stop sharing and I'm going to share my screen again, so that just in case somebody can't view it, they should be able to view it. Just give me about 30 seconds. Okay. You should be able to see it and you could hear it. Now you should be able to see it. There you go. All right. Okay. And before I deep go deeper into AI or updates of AI, the first thing I need to remind you, and this will be the first and the last thing also that I will remind you, is about applications. Applications for MIE Expert and Showcase School are both open. Please go ahead and file your nominations. They opened on 8th of May. We are sitting on 20th of May. How many days lost? About a dozen, right? About 12 days have already passed, and it's open till 31st of July. So that is the good part of it. It's still open till 31st of July, and you can file in your nominations at your ease. Now, what is it if you're new to the program? Or if you've not been to Microsoft Learn for a long time, I'm going to take this opportunity to take you there, show you where you're supposed to go, what is it you're supposed to do, and as a part of that only, I will also show you how you're supposed to go ahead and file your nomination. Yes, that's the brand new look of our education programs. Yeah, it should be up on your screen now. So this is the brand new look of our education programs. Exciting as it seems, there are multiple things here for you. Here is the MI Expert, educator program. I'm going to open this in another tab and show you. Then there is an EDU Insiders program. Now, all of us are very anxious and really want to know when is the next feature, or some features that we have requested for are going to come, or what's going on and what's upcoming. You can actually join the EDU Insider. This is being run in a team, and this is highly recommended for K-12 and higher ed IT pros. So if you are an IT pro, go ahead and join it. If you're not, then I think you can suggest it to the right person. I'm going to give this link in the chat window so that you can browse along with me. And if you have any questions, you may please ask. Yeah, here you go. And of course, Minecraft Education Ambassadors. Everything about Minecraft is available here. If you want to learn anything about Minecraft, do let me know. I'll be happy to talk. Yeah. Then there is the Showcase School program. Again, I'm going to open it in a new tab and I'll take you there. And there is Microsoft Learn for Educators. Let's go here first. Microsoft Learn for Educators, once again, has a new look here, and you have to sign up. Please log in with your IDs over here. If you can see, I have already logged in. Yeah, I have a profile. So when you click on sign up, it'll give you your official curriculum, Microsoft's official curriculum for educators. Look at that. Yeah. So you sign in with your account and you will get access to a complete curriculum, including AI curriculum. Therefore, I brought you here. All of these are updates necessarily. Okay, I'm going to fill all. Okay, this is already done. Institution email ID. Let me just take it here. And that's it. I'm just going to join here. I hope I've done everything right. I'm just joining in front of you because this is coming just about today. Okay. So here you are, unlock the future for AI Microsoft. Oh, okay. Later. I'm going to do this later, but you know where it is. I'm going to come back to this page and I'm going to join. Yeah. So here I am, MI Expert program. Now, what is important for you? Know about the program here. What is important for you? Number one, join Microsoft Learn or create a profile. I have already taken you over there. You can see over here how you're going to share your achievements. They have given you the complete path over here. Yeah, the one in brackets over here tells you how to share your URL. I'm going to share this in the chat window because this is one of the most important pieces and people ask us about this a lot. Yeah. So we are here to help you, guide you, but this is where you will know where is your achievements page. Now, the most important piece, what has changed or what's new, these are different tracks than last year. Even if you were a MIE last year, do know every year you have to apply again. This is an annual program where you apply each year and you've been given a nomination period. Then once you have nominated yourself, there will be evaluation basis what you have submitted. Okay, you know the form has changed a little bit too. I'll share the recording of the session where our guidance session where we talked about the details of the program, but I'll just pause here to show you this. This is the track which is AI for educators, which you must complete. Now, to support your learning, and many of you asked, and thank you for asking, I'm I'm just sharing with you a very early news. This is an early access, session. Therefore, I'm letting you know that we are going to host Summer Summit 2025 on June 13th and 14th of 2025. And we will be opening registrations for this same very soon. One of the tracks will be AI for educators. We understand that you not only have to complete this track, but also you need to know how to implement this so that you're able to share authentic sample of work with Microsoft while filing your applications. So we will be sharing multiple ways of how you can project and how you can share your application details over here. Yeah. So this is one place where I wanted to bring you and show you that you must take time to complete your tracks. And in case you're unable to do so, join our summer summit. We will be running these tracks for you, helping you complete all of this. Yeah. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat window. This is a brand new track. Therefore, please complete your build security, cyber security resilience in K-12. This is an important one. Please go ahead and complete. And in your application, if you're able to, share evidences around it, it'll be absolutely fantastic. Now, what evidences do you need? All of that is given over here. Your Microsoft MI expert questions are here. I'm not discussing those today, unfortunately, on another occasion, maybe, but you can come back about these anytime that you want. Very clearly, it says do not rely on the responses created by GenAI. You must create your own responses. That's a must, 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 non negotiable. Okay. So here it is. I am pausing here to see if there are any questions in the chat window. Sweta, if you can help me, please.
As of now, we do not have any questions.
Oh, wow. Either I gave you too much clarity or you're still new to
I
it.
think the
Okay.
platform is brand. It's been modified. Maybe everyone will take a little time to grasp it and go through it.
Understandably so, and they must do that. Now, as you do so, what I'm also going to talk about is the Showcase School program. The Showcase School program is a very coveted program. The earlier we used to have the incubator path and showcase path. This time, this is a brand new application for just Showcase School. You can take a look at the criteria given over here. Okay, you click on Become a Showcase School, and then from here you can actually go ahead and file your nominations, log in over here. Everything is given over here. If you need anything, we are here to help. Okay. All right.
Meenakshi ma'am, we have a question
Yes,
from
please.
Vinesh
Yeah,
Vincent sir from Sarla Birla Academy. Is there any online
please.
short-time courses with certification for free from Microsoft?
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent question. So these courses about all these tracks, all these end up in a certification as well as badges. When you complete this course, you go over here, check out your profile. Under your profile, you will be under achievements, you will be able to see all your badges here. Okay, all your trophies here. And over here, if you go, let me show you this AI one. I should have it here. Where am I? In the learning path. So there are modules and learning path. Look, here's my completion date. I have the badge. If I click on this print icon, you will be able to view my certificate as well. This is an authentic Microsoft certificate signed by Satya Nadella himself. Yeah, there is no cost attached to it, and there are hundreds of courses on this platform. You can go ahead and do courses. As you do these courses, you will be able to see that you are earning badges, you're earning trophies, and with each one of these, you will see over here your certificate. And this is date stamped. And you can see I learn every day. Now that is also really a good practice to go very often. It shouldn't happen that you've done something in 2023 and now you've come back. That doesn't show your personal growth. Therefore, while you are on your achievements page, what they ask for is this link, where it should include your name and a 4-digit number it will have, and also it will say achievements. Okay, so this is the right link to share. Okay, any more questions?
I do not see any more questions out here.
All right. Okay, so we'll quickly move back to what we were talking about. I think there is enough clarity there. I see another question that has popped up.
Yes, just
Some
now.
teachers who have, yeah, some teachers who have enrolled in the MI program last year and even earlier were unable to complete the certification at that time. As a result, they've not received any MIE this year. In such cases, how can the teachers apply or reapply? Simply go there on the link and apply. It's all right, even if you're a fresher, like I said, there is no difference at all. Just go ahead and apply. There are no returning MIs this year. Everybody is being treated as equal. So go ahead and apply, please. Good question. Sorry, every time I come back, the music plays. Okay. Can you please share the link once more? Of course I can. Here you go. I will just bring the link back for you. Um,
In the meantime, Meenakshi ma'am, we have Rashmi ma'am who is also asking, Madam, do these courses need to be pursued every year with the changing times?
yes. So what Microsoft does is they renew their learning paths and modules according to the changing times. And like the need of the hour is cybersecurity, therefore they've given you the entire track to complete. And the tracks this year are different than what they were last year. Yeah. So yes, then they will. I've given you the link in the chat window. Okay. I know these questions will keep coming and keep them coming. Now, as you do so, I'm going to go and show you what's new in Microsoft Copilot. Very important for all of us because Copilot is something I think that's become our base, our home for many things. And, we use that a lot. For those of you who are new to Copilot, please know that this is a generative AI piece of technology, and it focuses on creating new content. As you can see over here, your options are here. And with this, you can actually generate anything between text, images, code, audio, whatever you want. So it achieves all of these through the large language models. And you can look at many ways. You can look for an opportunity for content creation, personalization, any kind of innovation that you want, and this large language model is going to help you do that. And the best part is that Microsoft makes special efforts for AI principles and responsible AI standards, and therefore this entire piece is based on decades of research on grounding and privacy preserving machine learning. So while you ask a question, the model is not trained on your data, so it provides you commercial data protection, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and share. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and share my entire screen. Now, why am I doing that? I want to show you many places from where I access Copilot. I'm right now on Copilot Windows 11. And over here, you can see it as an icon. Do you see it? When I rest my cursor on the black panel at the base, Copilot pops up. This is what Copilot looks like. And if you look at this guard over here, it says Enterprise Data Protection. That's the level of protection that you have. These are some of the ideas that it is providing to you to begin a conversation, or you could actually start a new chat here. Now, what's new? What's new? Number one is the security piece. Number two, agents. Yes, you can actually start creating agents from here. It's a very exciting phase. What are agents and what are we going to do? Come to the summer summit. We will talk about creating an agent. Okay. And here are various searches that I have done. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one of the searches that I conducted and how I use this as a tool. In my search, I have to use a cluster of words. So here is what I use. I'm going to increase the size so that you can read it. Now, the first thing we are looking for as teachers is how to make teaching learning more effective and to increase student engagement. Then we asked this tool to design an entire lesson plan, including assessment and preparations, starting a day with students, starting a new grammar concept, using experiential learning, personalized learning, and engaging learning methods. Also include use of digital resources from MS Education and Microsoft partner apps for effective use of devices and hardware in the classroom. This is exhaustive. Either you can write whole of this, okay? or I can simply just edit it. Now, what it does when I write the whole of this piece is, and it will give me a complete framework preparation of the teacher, do curriculum mapping first, then resource mapping, then hardware setup. And here's what your day is going to look like with tenses. Now, if I look at this, it has given me a whole chapter on tenses with everything included using the 5 E's. Yes, every element of NEP 2025, NEP 2020 and NCF 2023 have been included here because I asked for those elements. Yeah. What you're looking at is a complete lesson plan, how to engage my students, start with a real life scenario, use Microsoft Board for whiteboard for brainstorming the words. I like it. If you're not using that, if you have a smart class and if you have access to Microsoft licenses, you can always do this. You do not need your students to have devices for this. You can simply just keep writing as your students talk. What whiteboarding does is you can share this whiteboard with the students so that they can keep adding whenever they have access to a device. Now, exploring. Present the concept on an interactive PowerPoint with animations. Use Nearpod or Peer Deck for live polls and drag and drops. Awesome options. What you can also do is pick this from here. Now, I have these options. Pick these from here and have a threaded conversation. I mean, what you've given me is great. What I'm looking for is more than this. Yeah. Okay. I'll say elaborate on this and make a 1 week plan for grade 5 on tenses, including the 3 E's. Okay. And then I'm just going to give whatever was given over there and I will let it elaborate. What this is going to do is it's going to give me a deeper insight. But please note it always says AI generated content may be incorrect. Now, this is where I want to draw your attention. It very clearly marks over here that this may be incorrect. Therefore, please check what you're doing. All right. Now, over here, I've got a detailed plan. Look at that. My learning objectives are here, right? And it's giving me how to engage on day 1, what to do on day 2, what to do on day 3. And now what I can do is, okay, use this for a regular check. Now I will say, create my quiz. Now it'll give you many more leading questions as well. Create a quiz for me on using Microsoft Forms. Okay, I've taken exactly that and it's going to give me over here all the MCQs with the correct answer marked. My job is more than done. Uh, Also, it says, would you like me to produce? Now, this is new. Okay. Would you please make a Microsoft Form link for this? Of course, I want it in a Microsoft Form, or if you want in a Word or PDF, you could ask for that as well. Then I'm going to ask for yes, I would like to do it, and I'm just going to be greedy and a Word and PDF file. Now, you're going to get multiple formats. All you need to do is this. All right. Now, this is not it. It might take a few seconds. Now, while it takes that much of time, I'm going to also throw in one more piece. It doesn't stop here. I'm not very happy with the, engage piece that it produced. I have my own ideas. Again, HI is bigger than AI, right? I'm going to say, no, just give me a, now look at this. This is ready. This is ready. And your form over here is, the steps have been given and you can always go ahead and access it. Okay. Now I'm going to say, okay, create an image for students to identify. For students, now I can either write or I can even speak to the system. Both the options are there. Okay. For students to identify tenses. Okay, let's see what it creates. I don't know what it's going to create, but what I know is there is Microsoft Designer that is built within over here, and it'll take help of Microsoft Designer to design that image for me. It'll give me 4 options for that image, and I can choose one out of those. And if I'm not happy, then I can always, ask for modifications and go on doing this entire piece. Now, what's also new over here is at mark. You can chat with an agent here. if you know the correct agent to look out for, let's say, I create an agent for my language practice. Okay. Help me my students practice language, and I use an agent for that. I can always mark that agent over here and link this to that agent. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to talk deeper about this in our summer summit when we talk about creating agents. Now look at that, what a beautiful image it has given me. And here it is. And if you want to edit it, you can go to designer to edit it, and change the size to get the full image, or you can use this image. Isn't it absolutely awesome? Now, my not just my teaching content, but my teaching learning content. Someone used the TLM last time, and the entire piece is ready over here. Yeah. Minimal effort, maximum benefit. Questions, please. Any
So Vandana
questions?
Sharma, sorry.
Yeah,
Vandana
go
Sharma
ahead,
ma'am
please.
says very interesting and time saving. And Jyoti Sharma ma'am says that sometimes Copilot refuses to create images more than 3 to 4 times if asked for.
I love that. You know what, Jyoti ma'am, just ask your admin to check the access. There are certain policies that have been put in place in every institute that uses. So just check the policies if there is any limitation over there. Otherwise, I would say simply just go to Microsoft Designer and start creating. Nothing stops us from using, AI from in the right way. Yeah. All right. Great. Fantastic. Keep your questions coming. I love it when you bring your questions. Take a look at
And
this. Hanji,
yeah,
please go ahead.
so nothing, we just started the word summer summit. I think we'll be sharing the details towards the end of the session. Definitely.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would actually
somebody
put it
asked.
to. Thank you for your enthusiasm. Absolutely love it. And yes, we are very eager to share the details with you. We are trying to decide between 2 days and 3 days. So, should we keep it for 13th, 14th, and 15th, or 13th and 14th? So, the schedule is something that we are working upon. Allow us to come back to you by next week. 100% we'll have it. I mean, we are going to float it very soon. So, and if you have any suggestions, preferences, and if you think the dates are not okay, please tell us. We are happy to move the dates as well. Yeah. Okay. Nisha ma'am has a question, ma'am. My question is about the Connect Code and Grow, May 19th to 22nd, 2025. Okay. Nisha ma'am, I think your question is about Microsoft Build, and that is already underway. You can go ahead and access that. Yeah. Okay. Geeta ma'am says, how do we check the content from authentic sites in Copilot? Geeta ma'am, it gives you websites from where this data has been taken. Citations are available. You can go and check. I'll show you this one to show you what I'm talking about. Take a look at this. Keep your questions coming, and let's view this. Okay. I have Bijal ma'am telling me schools will start from June 4th onwards, so keep the timing to be in the evening 4th. Okay, so that's why we were taking Saturday into consideration. I know in North the schools are just about closing now, and therefore we were giving teachers a rest of about 10 to 15 days before we do this PD. But yeah, we are happy to tweak as you're suggesting. We'll try and keep it in the second half of the day and not the first half of the day. Noted, Bijal ma'am. Thank you for sharing. Okay. The best part. Okay, hold on. How it benefits students.
Benefits.
Look, Geeta ma'am, you asked, and here's your answer. Well, we empower students, and the best part is Microsoft has announced that Copilot Chat and M365 Copilot availability for students aged 13 and older. And it's going to come this summer with enterprise data protection and ID control. So that is the best part. How AI provides a unique experience for students is, in fact, we've spoken about this on multiple occasions, that it's a very integrated platform. So it's not just for students, not just for teachers, but for students as well. There are focused apps that are available for students. However, if you're working on Copilot, you can always, have chats. For example, a student wants to go and do research. They go on the web to find information, and they do not have, the right place of where to what information to pick, whether it is valid or not. Also, they sometimes need a very specified content. For example, I give them to find out about I ask them to make a presentation about volcanoes. Now, what they're going to focus on, think of your student right now. The student is making a presentation on volcanoes, right? Their focus is font size, color, look and feel of the PPT, and the words that should go on PPT. What they're not focusing on, what is important, that is volcano as a concept. How to tell this as a concept. So instead of focusing on the nuances of design, we want them to focus on the content. Therefore, even if they go to Copilot to say, draft, create a presentation for me about volcanoes, dormant and active volcanoes. It'll give them a basic outline, and then the students are going to go ahead, enhance that, work upon the content rather than the layout or the design. That is a major benefit. Now, I've only given you one example. There are thousands of examples here that I could actually, come up with. But what is most important is why students are doing this. The administrator of the school will have to take a few steps, and I'm happy to share those steps over here in the chat window. And you can actually manage the chats that are happening with these age groups, especially these age group where you find that they are very susceptible. You could actually manage this Copilot chat apps over here. It's a huge announcement that came in this week, and I'm sure many of us are, very happy, because whether we like it or not, students are using AI more than us, right? Then we might as well be able to manage this. Now, with AI comes a lot of responsibility, not just of authenticity, but I think also of for us to prepare these students of how to take the next step. Yeah. So if you ask me about, how should the students, I'm simply just going to go ahead and take your question right now. And if I'm not wrong, you're slightly new to the platform. Therefore, I'm going to take you to Copilot, and I'm going to ask exactly this. List the benefits. Oops, sorry. List the benefits of using generative AI for students uh, aged 13 and older. How will they learn and grow and not cheat? I will bring the elephant out of the room, right? Out in the room. Uh, how will they benefit and not just cheat and use this as a homework helper? Now, that is the question that everybody has on their minds, right? Let's ask Copilot to demystify this for us, okay? And I'm going to write exactly this. Demystify. Okay, I'm going to make this interesting. Demystify. You know what? Um, we are very new to AI. Demystify this and tell me as if I were a 10-year-old. Okay. Let's make it interesting because we don't know what's AI. Let this person tell me what's AI and where are we going to use it for? Why are my students going to use it and why not? Take a look at this. I love when I tell them that, explain to me like a 10-year-old, and I love becoming a 10-year-old here, right? What is generative AI? First of all, to learn cool stuff, grow smarter, and not just do homework. Gen AI is a super helpful robot friend who knows a lot and can help write stories, solve problems, explain tricky things, and even make pictures and music. But it's not magic. It works when you bring your ideas and questions. What can it do? Oops, sorry, it just slipped. Just a second. Give me a minute, please. Here you go. What can it do? It can explain things like a friendly tutor. I love this one. For example, okay, I want why the moon has phases like fraction. Explain. I'm just going to take this from here and I'm going to say, explain to me, a 10-year-old, why moon has phases. Let's see how it works and why it works. You should be able to see how this works because otherwise there's no benefit. And I love the speed at which Copilot works. Yeah. Look, imagine the moon is a ball and the sun is a flashlight. Now that's what you do. I'm going to say, okay, I've heard that before. I'm going to be very difficult for it. Okay. I've heard that before. Uh, explain in a unique and understandable manner. Let's go. I know my spellings are wrong. It's all right. It's Copilot. It'll understand. Okay. So here you go. There you go. You play a hide and seek game. Now that's becoming interesting. I could have done that with my students too. Imagine the moon is playing hide and seek with you, and the sun is like a giant flashlight. The moon is a shiny ball, and here it is what it does. Yeah. Okay. The other one is the cake party story. Let's say you were at a birthday party. There's a giant cake. The cake is cut into 8 equal slices. You and your friends take one slice each. If you take one slice, I have one out of eight. Now they are trying to take fractions to help me understand phases of fractions are like game scores. Yeah. So there are multiple ways in which you can actually look for ways to learn and connections to be made, which probably, in just hearing it from one person, students might not be able to make. These are the connections or threads that are built when students interact. And because they are in a very safe environment, if any inappropriate word is typed, it'll not get accepted. Yeah. So, number one, that, and number two, gives you practice, not just answers. It boosts your creativity, it helps you learn how to learn, and it also gives you a feedback. Love the feedback part. Okay, but what about cheating? Well, if you don't try to learn, you'll miss out on becoming smarter. Teachers are getting really good at spotting AI written stuff. And yes, we are, right? And most importantly, you are only cheating yourself out of learning these cool things. So imagine you're doing a big jigsaw puzzle. AI won't help you the whole puzzle for you, but it might say, hey, that blue piece looks like it'll fit in the sky. And you still have to place the rest of the pieces. And that's how you'll learn about AI. I love the explanation it gives. I don't know if you have any further questions. I would highly recommend Copilot it and see what your Copilot buddy says. So, treat Copilot as your co teacher. I always say that think as if you have five more minds working with you and thinking about the same thing. I'm loving the questions that are coming in my chat window today, and I'll just pick it up. So, it's very important for us to know uh, where our conversations are going and how these thinking stems come in. And imagine this child knows about the connection between he can link a fraction to phases of moon, and next day in the class this child is talking and contributing to your discussion in a more meaningful manner. Now that is what AI does. It helps you, it offers you more ideas, more thoughts, more information so that you can go ahead and roll it, and you can play with it. Okay, I have another question here. There is also perplexity similar to ChatGPT. You're absolutely right, Pooja ma'am. In another session, I had given a comparison between ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, um, What else did we pick up? We picked up some five, six platforms, and we put them together. We put them to use to see each one has a purpose. You know what? It's just like choosing what purpose are you using for. AI is always used for a purpose. So if you're a school and you want to adopt a platform, and by the way, Copilot is built on ChatGPT, so you will always get the latest version of ChatGPT in Copilot at no cost. So what happens is you're actually looking at various, for example, for Perplexity, I would always go more, if I need more of research work, I go to Perplexity. If I need more of an interactive interaction between two, let's say me and my bot, that is Copilot, I would go to Copilot. Yeah. So there are various purposes for what it is done. Probably in one of the upcoming sessions, or definitely during Summer Summit, I'm going to do a comparison. Yeah. Okay. Geeta ma'am says, can we monitor children research activity as teachers or parent? Oh, I love this question. Why? Because there's a tool built for that. I'm going to give you, when you do your tracks on Microsoft Learn, you will find a track on Search Coach. When you do your AI course, okay, you will find a course on Search Coach. And if you can't find, just go for Learning Accelerators, you will find it. I'll also try and get you link over here. Okay. Now, when you do that, you will see Learning Accelerators is built just for that. So if you give your assignment from within Teams, you can initiate, Learning Accelerators, that is Search Coach. I can actually show you. Hold on. Now that you say, I can actually share my Teams and show you where it is. Here you go. Okay, let's get you here. Now, this is Teams. I have assignments here. Yeah. So if I go over here and I create a new assignment and go to Learning Accelerators, there is Search Progress over here. This is search progress. I'm just going to be very brief, okay? And I am going to probably not take it through because I don't want to send it out to my class. So let's say I'm sending it to class 3. I'm a class 3 teacher. I'm giving a project that I need my students to find out more information about India's independence. Simple as that, okay? Something very, very simple. So what I can do is I can use search progress to make this possible. Now, you see over here, you will get a search engine without any advertisements. You can rely on it. It's trustworthy because it's built within Microsoft tools. You get enterprise security here, and you can share reflections on the search. You can even practice this with real filters. What are the filters over here? I'm just going to close this. The filters are, you can search it by domain. Let's say you only want, and the best part is you will only get about, just a second. I'm going to type in your independence. I'm going to spoil it. Okay. So as I'm doing this, I'm just going to search. What will happen is when you use search progress, only education related websites come up. So that is your first search piece. Okay. Now, let's say you don't want Wikipedia coming in. You can always mention in domains that you do not want this website. Apart from that, you can have more websites. Let's say you don't want UK as a location. You can go ahead and choose your location over here. And if you click on these operators, it'll also give you operators to say, take only Indian, site. Or if you want any date range, you can even say, customize date ranges or 1 week or 1 year or past year or whatever you want. There are multiple filters here that you can put in place. And if you see, this is like Britannica. So you're looking at either National Geographic channels, a website, or Britannica or Wikipedia that will provide you information. And there you go. Your entire history is available here. Now, how is this happening? It is happening only, sorry, it is happening very much within your uh, search progress. And you can even have a student view from here. You can customize this. You can ask the students to share references, whereas in taken form, give me explanations, why you took it from here, write a reflection, anything that you want. And then you send out this assignment and you're doing a safe search. So more about that, you can go ahead and complete the course and you will get it. All right. Okay, more questions. I like today's session. There's so many questions today. Okay. Okay. Um, I'm just going to scroll up for the questions.
Uh, This
Yeah,
is
Rashmi
ma'am.
ma'am.
Can we, Geeta Rajpal ma'am says, can we monitor children research activity as teacher or parent?
Yeah, Dvita, I was showing about that only. Thank you. And then there's Rashmi ma'am who said use of AI
Yes.
in the classroom is a challenge, but yet the need of the hour. May you throw in some light on that briefly? Your session have covered a lot on that, but a request to quickly brief on that. Tough, very tough. I will try and bring in more, but Rashmi ma'am, what I want to focus on is the adoption plan. I'm just going to do that. Yeah. Geeta ma'am, thank you. Search coach in Teams. Yes. Okay, which platform is this? Is Search Coach in Teams? Are we getting a certificate for today? You see, this is an information session, not for today, because today we are only updating you. Like I always say, when we do a session on what's new in EDU, you do not get a certificate. If we do the other sessions, then of course. Okay, fantastic. Okay, you're asking how this works in Copilot. It is already built in the background, ma'am. Therefore, you don't have to do that. That enterprise security piece will take care of it. All right. Good question. All right. AI adoption plans are very important. While we are all ready to do it, here's one of the paths which Microsoft suggests is a beautiful path. Generative AI, again, to answer your question between ChatGPT, generative AI encompasses ChatGPT and other new content creation tools that have already been, embedded, looped in. For example, when you're writing your search, there's a complete fabric behind it which is actually weaving your responses that bring to you. Okay, lots more on that on another session. Okay, so what is your ideal way to actually go ahead and start using AI? You must have a strategy. The strategy must define why are you using this. My question to every school is, what is the purpose? Why do you want to bring in? And if you want to bring in, have a plan. And in that plan, have when are the teachers going to start using it? What is it that teachers are going to use it for? Then bring in the students. If you've already decided and you have a plan, are you AI ready? Are your teachers trained? Are your students trained? We are very happy to offer these sessions. And at your school premises also. In fact, every week we have a minimum of one session, one school hosting us. I mean, inviting us to host these sessions. In the past week, we've you must catch it on social media. We've been interacting with more than 100 teachers a week just to talk about AI. And that is our goal. And we absolutely love it. You can come to these Tech Talk Tuesdays and we speak about it. You can write to us. Thank you, Dvita, for sharing our email ID. You can write to us at education@dpedagogics.com. We are happy to share the details. Dvita, if you can drop the portfolio or, the details of the session here. We are happy to help you become AI ready. Summer summits are hosted with the intent to help you become AI ready. There are self-paced courses on Microsoft Learn. You can use those to actually become better at AI skills. And what we have seen is, and what we encourage is either before or after the sessions, teachers must do those courses because it just strengthens your understanding. Yeah. Then comes governance of AI, managing of AI, and security of AI. You can be super confident if you are in a Microsoft environment, you have M365, you are not to worry about it because all those three pieces are being taken care of within the built in capabilities of M365. So, the first three pieces will help you in AI readiness and AI foundation. The next will be the design and governance of AI workload, which M365 will look and you and your IT team can manage and secure the AI workloads. What is the most important, heaviest piece? Responsible AI principles. We have to take a look at, what are these responsible AI principles that we need to be absolutely mindful of. Yeah. Okay. And there are websites for you that are absolutely helpful. You can look at, some examples provided in these toolkits. There are toolkits available. Again, I'll give you Microsoft AI toolkit link also over here. Dvita, if you can help me with that, please. Microsoft AI toolkit is available for you. And also from Teach AI, you have toolkit available that is absolutely wonderful. You know, developing these toolkits itself takes a lot of research and it has a lot of samples and examples for you in simple language which can be considered literally from starting point to inform what is AI to shaping a responsible AI guidance policies and practices within your school. Yeah, very important documents these are. And in our sessions, we always share these documents because every school will have their own policies and set of policies, procedures, and protocols. So you have to design your own, but these are some guidance documents that go a long way. And uh, there are different ways in which, at every level you're going to use. There are different guides. Education system leaders have their own guides. Government school administrators have their own guides. Teachers, you will have a guide of your own. But the most imperative question is, how are we going to use AI? There are three types of AI that we use at school. One is a reactive AI. I'm not going to talk much about it because it's age old by now. Your Alexa series of the world you've already used. That is what reactive AI is. Then we use a predictive AI. That is something I'm very fond of. Predictive AIs are something like, your insights in Teams. They use data about your past behaviors or of the user, and they identify patterns. And what they do is they forecast things for you to tell you, what might lie in the future, what might this lead to. For example, you have a student data about the reading fluency or the way the student reads, right? It'll analyze that pattern, give you a forecast to say, show you trends. Let me show you a piece on that as well. You will find it very insightful that you can actually look at these insights to know what's going on in my classroom. How are my students using these tools? So let's say I'm just going to pick up I'm not in that oh, sad. I'm not in my teams today. Otherwise, I would have actually shown you here. Let me see if they have anything because this is one of the NGOs that I work with and I'm in their teams today. I'm just trying to see if I can get some data populated here. Okay. Yeah. So this is how it happens. Your entire digital activity is here. Now, how are these mood trends or, these modes or these assignments, how are they being created? Is This is all predictive AI that is going to give you graphs to show you, this is what your learning trend looks like, or this is what if your students are reading at these many words per minute, how many words per minute should they have been reading, and how many are they going to read over the next few days? So it gives you trends for every student, and also it gives you a class overview of what is available. Yeah. And then, of course, there's generative AI. I need not explain anything. I think you know it by now. It just focuses primarily on generating the content for you. And, it has a lot of implications on education. And it is really worth understanding this in great detail. Yeah. Now, the last piece, which is the newest piece on the block, is agentic AI. Now, what is agentic AI, right? Yeah, go ahead and ask me and I'll answer. Agentic AI is like your delegating your work to somebody else. Okay. It is like your assistants, so they will do the job for you. For example, let's say I'm a manager and I have three executives with me who do my job for me. Now, the job that those executives do is normally pretty repetitive. It doesn't require a lot of brain work. It just requires um, a lot of piece which can be automated, let's say like that, right? So you can actually pursue your goals and carry on with your task while these scheduling assistants will proactively rearrange your students study plan automatically. For example, reading progress, and I can actually make an agent for reading progress and say that, these are the five students. I need them progressing at a pace, and I want that in the next 5 weeks, their reading fluency should improve from here to there. Make a plan and share it with the students. I have to tell this to another person or a teacher to do that. I can actually automatically coordinate this with my agent, and my agent will manage that for me. And one of those very regular use case scenario would be when I am coordinating a parent teacher PTMs, the parent teacher conference based on real time changes. I can actually automatically go ahead and say, go ahead and send out a message. Because of time spent with one parent, 10 minutes extra spent on with one parent due to a particular reason, There will be a spillover of 10 minutes. The rest of the parents are already informed. So those who are coming in will adjust the timings accordingly. So if you need an agent to run and do the job for you, well, agentic AI is what you need to understand. The It actually closes the loop between intelligence and action. So intelligence is you've told me that this can happen, but action is you do it for me. Yeah. So that's the difference. If you're lazy, I can make you lazier. No, it is not so, but this is what it means. And with that, let me share with you the last session of the month is on 27th of May, and we are talking about leveraging AI to enhance accessibility and inclusion. Come back for more on this, because we are going to talk a lot about accessibility and inclusion. There are new capabilities also that have come in. We will be talking about new, old, and whatever is available. So all of that as you come back. And yeah, Duita, thank you for sharing, our tracks. Here they are once again in front of you. These are the tracks that are available on K-12 PD portfolio. You can become these are our flagship programs. You can become an AI enthusiastic school, and a huge, huge, huge shout out to Venkateshwar Global School, Rohini Delhi, and our ships, Gurai, I always call it ships, Sri Hanumat, International Public School, Guraya, both are now AI enthusiastic schools. So fantastic run, and huge congratulations to them. Stay connected with us. I know you want to join our community. If you're not a part of our WhatsApp group, here's the link. Go ahead and join the WhatsApp group. And also, I'll share, Dvita, if we can share, please, the link for all our platforms, that is Instagram, YouTube, and someone asked for last time's recording. It's there on YouTube. I urge you to kindly take it from there. And also, Microsoft AI Fest is still on. Go ahead and please, participate in that. I've given you the links as well. Thank you, Duhita. You can scan it here. Join our Instagram. We post all the information on Instagram about our sessions, about our activities. We educate teachers. Also, we share quick tips over there. Go ahead and join us. All our recordings are on YouTube. And before you go, urgent request to please share your feedback. Absolutely love when you share your feedback. We've given the link in the chat window. Request you to please go ahead and share your love with us and your requirements with us. We are happy to have you here. We are happy to be here with you. Thank you so much for coming in here. I know, Sheetal ma'am, you have a question. I'm going to unmute you for you to allow your camera. Go ahead, please unmute yourself to talk. Sheetal ma'am, you can unmute yourself. You've raised your hand.
Good evening, ma'am.
Very good evening, Sheetal ma'am.
Ma'am, I request you to help me in understanding how to edit Microsoft Showcase PPT, as earlier we have worked only on Sway. So there are
Okay.
some color bars also in the PPT, and how to do editing. If you please help me.
So what we're going to do is we are going to host a guidance session. And also, if you are a part of the Microsoft Showcase School team, then you will get the guidance over there from the Microsoft team itself. All right. So you
Okay.
can first access that, and we will be hosting a guidance call somewhere in the month of June. We haven't finalized the date, but we will.
So is there
All
any
right.
group for this?
There's no particular group for this. You are
Okay.
already a part of the Showcase School groups.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Most welcome. You're most welcome. Okay, so with that, we come to a close of this session. Thank you so much for joining us. Absolute pleasure to have you here each time. And I will see you on 27th of May with our new topic. And come back and we'll meet. Thank you so much. Have a really good week ahead. Bye bye.